Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Mythlok with your host Nitin Nair. As we move along our journey in mythology, we come back once again to one that actually is very close to my heart and instills a lot of nostalgia from the times when I was a child, because I spent a lot of time listening to stories from Indian mythology from my two grandmothers. And it is these story sessions that actually ignited the interest in mythology in me, and I owe it all to these two amazing women in my life. Indian mythology has this concept of demigods, which is not very common in other mythologies around the world, and there are only a few who actually practice or who have the concept of demigods within their pantheon. This is mainly because gods are considered to be supreme beings who decide to appear in front of humans or in the world that they live in their true form. While in Indian mythology, the demigods are the way in which the supreme god takes part in the whole process by being born in the same world, in the same timeline as the humans. We've talked about who demigods are in an earlier episode where we covered Rama, another demigod from Indian mythology, and please check it out if you want to know more on who demigods actually are. The character that we are covering today from Indian mythology is Krishna, who is a major deity in Hindu mythology. He is worshipped as the 8th avatar of Vishnu and is considered to be a supreme god in his own right. He is known for being a god of protection, compassion, and tenderness. His birthday is celebrated once a year by Hindus on the occasion of Krishna Janmashtami. Krishna's life is typically described as a series of anecdotes and narratives. Various Hindu texts have depicted him in various ways, such as a godchild, prankster, model lover, and divine hero. His iconography shows him in various stages of life, from infancy to his late 20s. He is a central character in the Mahabharata, the Bhagavata Purana, the Brahma Vaivarta Purana, and the Bhagavad Gita, and is mentioned in many Hindu philosophical, theological, and mythological texts. Although he is often depicted with various features such as black or dark skin, his iconography is typically focused on the natural color of the material that he is formed from. In ancient and medieval art, his skin is referred to as the color of jambu. Krishna is usually depicted wearing feather-like wreath or crown and playing a bansuri or a flute. In this form, he is often shown standing with his legs bent in front of the other, and he is depicted as a romantic boy who enjoys playing pranks and making music. He is often depicted as a charioteer in epic scenes of the Mahabharata. In one of the most popular depictions, he is shown as a wise counsel to Arjuna while he is driving a chariot. Various alternate icons of Krishna show him being a baby, a toddler, a dancing child, or a cosmic infant. Regional variations in his iconography are also seen in various parts of India. According to legend, Devaki and Vasudeva of the Yadava clan in Mathura are married. At the wedding, Kamsa, who is the tyrant brother of Devaki, arranges to kill all of the children of Devaki as a prophecy has foretold that Krishna will kill him. When Krishna is born, his father secretly carries him away from the palace and exchanges him with the child of Nanda and Yashoda. Legend has it that the baby appears to be goddess Yogamaya, informing Kamsa that his death has arrived. Krishna also had two siblings who survived, Balarama and Subhadra. He is also cousins with the Pandavas, who are the main protagonists of the Mahabharata. Krishna is also known by various names which reflect his various attributes and associations. Some of the most common names include Mohan, Govinda, Gopala, and Keem. He is also referred to as Jagannatha, Kannan, Parthasarathi, and Kanhaiya in various parts of India. As one of the incarnations of Vishnu, Krishna showcases almost all the powers and abilities of the Supreme Being. Krishna is capable of everything within the earth and has displayed his ultimate powers in various situations in the religious texts. His choice of weapon, however, is a circular disc which he uses to throw at enemies to decapitate them when in an enraged state. When you look at the modern day influence, the birth of Krishna is celebrated as Krishna Jayanti or Krishna Janmashtami all around India. He is also a prominent figure in Buddhism, Jainism, Baha religion, and in mythologies of many Southeast Asian countries. Followers of Krishna are known as Vaishnavites, and many temples have been built in his honor. The international movement known as Hare Krishna or ISKCON, which is the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, considers Krishna to be the ultimate God and spreads his teachings around the world. Krishna is one of those rare cases where a demigod actually has attained the status of being the preferred god by the masses. And just like Indian mythology is one of the few mythologies and religions that are still very much in practice today, Krishna enjoys a very high position in the hearts and minds of the Hindus in India and around the world. We will be exploring a lot more similar characters, especially demigods who have taken the human form to impact the lives of the human beings in the realm that they live in. Thank you very much for tuning in to another episode of Mythlok. This is your host Nitin Nair, signing off by reminding you once again that Mythlok is the home of mythology.